Alright guys, it's time to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto in general on the channel tonight. I am not going to talk about any specific altcoins tonight. I just don't think it's really time. I know there's a lot of green across the market, but I just think we need to still wait and see where the dust settles. It still, in my opinion, hasn't been long enough yet. I know we are getting a good bounce here. We're almost at $89,000 now. We have been supported by this 87,144 daily support at the moment. Now, we do have about an hour and a half left on this daily candle here to try to get above, what is this, about 89,635. And ideal would be if we could get even above 91,140 or so. But that's probably not going to happen in the next hour and a half, guys, unless we get some amazing news. I just don't believe that's going to happen. Now, this is pretty much the most volatility we've seen in quite a while, guys. Now, if we really say that Friday was the start of the downfall, this is kind of equivalent to the middle of December here, where we just kind of free fell. It looks pretty similar in size. I'm not going to measure it or anything and just take too long. But, there was less fear when we fell, from this basically all-time high, down here to what, like 92,500. There was less fear than we have right now. And if we look at the fear and greed, guys, it's a 25. That's crazy. It was 49 yesterday. It was neutral. And, we were floating around neutral and a little bit greed, for quite some time. And then, boom, this happens, guys. So, yeah, we are, very, very close to falling all the way back to like 71,400. That is probably the next support, guys. There might be a little bit more support here. But it would just be very small. It might be like I could put probably a daily line here, probably right about here, since we have several touch points there. Let me color this. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points around this line. So that would probably be support, but there is almost nothing on the way down from $87,144 dollars. So let's see, guys. We are on life support basically right now. That's what I can say. And I do, however, think, I want to look at the RSI. I don't want to think, I want to look. And let's see what the strength is in these moves. Now, on the daily time frame, we're getting very low, guys. Almost oversold. That is actually good to see. On a weekly time frame, yeah, this is extremely low for the Stoke. Now, we are pointed to the downside, but we are kind of right in the middle here. And, you can see basically this is a period like where we start to turn around. Yeah, and we can still, go back to the upside. But, okay, overall, the RSI on a weekly time frame doesn't look that great. Fine, whatever. Now, on a monthly time frame, let's just take a look real quick. Okay, we are coming out of the overbought territory. So, yeah, that is actually something to really think about. But we technically are in the neutral territory. So, let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Now, yeah, these are extremely low, guys. Both the Stoke and the RSI. So that is actually good. We have room to grow here. On the 1-hour time frame, okay, it is overbought here on the Stoke. Now it is, trending slowly upwards here on the RSI, so that's, that's fine. Now the 15-minute, just for fun, guys. Okay, it's overbought basically on the Stoke, and it's kind of flat here on the RSI. But from what I get from all of these time frames, guys, I would say, the daily, it's probably going to start turning back to the upside shortly. So not too bad. I know it's pointed down, but it's getting very low. The weekly time frame, that's okay. It's starting to turn around here on the Stoke. I know it's pointed down in the RSI, but like I said, this is a period where it kind of starts to turn around. And yeah, the 4-hour time frame, probably the best time frame of all. So basically, the 4-hour, 1-day, and weekly, not too bad. Other time frames, could be better, but I just think we're in for a little bit of a bounce here. And, we have to see where this takes us. Now, we do have kind of a lot of resistance above us. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see this 89.5 has basically, kept us down. So we've hit twice, and we got a big rejection here, but we were supported. And then now we're getting that bounce, but still, it looks like, we almost got there, but didn't quite meet it. But that's close enough, in my opinion. Now, let's take a quick look at Ethereum, guys. My Ethereum chart, okay, it could still technically be an inverse head and shoulders. This is just hanging on by a thread, guys. I don't know what more to say. I'm just really hoping that this is still in play. I know this is super ugly, especially on this shoulder. Now, this left shoulder, not bad. It's formed quite nicely. This head is even, quite okay. But this shoulder with this wick down, and now, these couple of candles just kind of disastrous here. Yeah, it's hanging on by a thread, guys. And I can't believe ETH is actually, it's almost got a green candle today. So yeah, I mean, people really are, sucking up the ETH. And actually, I did buy a little bit of ETH, about like $180 or so of ETH tonight. But that was just, I had some stable coins and they were just sitting. I see ETH bouncing, so yeah, I'll take a chance on it, and I'll sell the ETH, when it goes back up, probably, a few $100 or so. But it's not going to make me a fortune, guys. But I just don't like my USDT just sitting when everything is bouncing, so I might as well, try to get a little bit of profit here. So, anyways, let's talk about the, crypto market cap, guys. I mean, we are hanging on by a thread here to 2.84 trillion. We did hit that today. Getting kind of a bounce. Not as good of a bounce as we did on February 3rd, so I would like to see a bit more of a bounce. Now, crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, looks a little bit better, actually. So maybe the altcoins are pumping a little bit harder than Bitcoin. And I think I'm seeing that really across the board myself. And I'm actually kind of surprised this is green, really. But now, this is interesting here with the dominance, guys. I just want to zoom in because basically this has double topped. I mean, you can see it's pretty much equal tops, and now it's getting a major rejection. So I am really, really hoping and praying that this is a double top, because that's what we need, guys. We have to start going down here. We need to break this legendary trend line and work our way through 58% and beyond. This is why, I am holding on to hope that the bull run is not 100% over. Now, I know everybody is talking about altcoins and saying that, it's going to be different this time. I don't think so, guys. I just think, there's a lot of companies, a lot of countries, they're more interested in Bitcoin, of course. It's the safer route. But eventually, people are going to roll those profits into altcoins to get more Bitcoin. That's usually what happens, And, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much in a free fall right now. Yeah, it's been kind of a disastrous day for the dominance. But, yeah, getting kind of a bounce right now. I mean, you can see these were just straight red candles, really. There's almost no wicks on these. But, yeah, this one is getting a little bit of a wick. Might even turn green. But there's still an hour and a half, guys. But, yeah, I would love to see this, punch through this 60.46 level, where we were on the 17th. And, yeah, it did get a bounce there. Actually got a bounce on the 14th and 17th. And yeah, unfortunately, we find ourselves, all the way back up to, where we were when we pretty much went up to 64.3%. Now, that was just a major wick, as you see, but still, didn't like to see us back up here at these levels. Now, let's take a quick look here at liquidations, guys. 1.35 billion at the moment in the last 24 hours, mostly longs. And guys, I just want to go ahead and say, I did stop my Solana trade at about $151 because I just saw that there was a lot of volume coming in. And right when I did it, guys, a few minutes later, or not even maybe a minute later, it was at like $1.48, not $1.48, $148, maybe 147, something like this. It dropped like a rock, super quick, and it worked its way all the way down to like 134, I think I saw. And yeah, I mean, I could have added margin, guys, but what I did was I took another trade. I made some money. I only lost about $100 or so on my long for Solana. So not disastrous. Okay, I tried it. It failed. And yeah, I mean, it was only a 7x leverage long. And yeah, didn't play out in my favor, unfortunately, guys. That's the way things go. It was only $100. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, anyways, that's the way it is sometimes. Now, if we take a quick look at the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, just want to show you, want to zoom in here. It's another reason why I think it's not over. It still hasn't crossed. I still think we have some time, guys. And yeah, I mean, it almost looks like it's just running parallel. Now, I know it's not. I mean, there is probably some slight movement up here on this orange. But yeah, this is still going to take some time. Now, if we take a quick look at the economic calendar, today, actually, consumer confidence was not good, guys. Actually, the Moodix, terminal or whatever we want to call it, that I use, it shows that this was 0.18 negative news today. And pretty much all the news we got today was pretty negative when it comes to macro numbers. And for example, U.S. Texas services, negative. Consumer confidence, like I said, negative. U.S. house price index, negative. So a lot of negative news, with macro numbers. Now, if we take a look, guys, tomorrow is really nothing. It's kind of just a dead day tomorrow, thank God. We have some time to recover here. Thursday, we do have durable goods, core PCE prices Q4, and we have jobless claims, and we do have a few speakers. So this could be a volatile day, guys. But Friday, core PCE, this is probably most important. But we do have personal spending and Chicago PMI. And yeah, I mean, this could be also a very important day. Probably the most important day this week is Friday. But yeah, Thursday is right behind it. So let's see, guys, if we can get some good numbers, maybe we can recover quite a bit. Now, taking a look at this again once more before we look at Coinando, guys. Yeah, still about 50% I would say is in green. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinando. And for example, you got some Bitcoin. Click on Bitcoin here. And you can see, the amount of days that you have to stake. You can see the limits and everything. There's a lot of places you can stake Bitcoin, of course. And yeah, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.